now for a moment of silence. You may be seated. Thank you all very much for joining us this Monday. So this will be the last license that we have this year, not this school year, but this year. So we will have the next 4 days will be early release, and we will be testing first and second period on Tuesday, third and fourth period on Wednesday, fifth and sixth on Thursday, and then seventh and eighth on Friday. So you'll just report to your classes those days. We'll probably dismiss y'all a little bit later, instead of 8:15, maybe 8:20, 8:25. We'll see how it goes. But we'll dismiss you all to your first period tomorrow. So we won't have license. So line 5, we're going to focus for the rest of this month, this is the last one. We resist excuses, holding ourselves accountable for our actions. So I've mentioned this before, but it's just really easy. It's always easier to make an excuse and to say it's because and point the finger. But remember, think about the perspective of looking at the situation like in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Instead of looking out the window and pointing, look at yourself in the mirror and say, what can I do to make sure that if I've made a commitment, I'm going to follow through. Doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect. Doesn't mean that you're going to get it right the first time. But if you've made that commitment, look at yourself in the mirror and say, what needs to be done to get that fulfilled. All right, so let's check and see what mindfulness we have. Is there anyone? Okay.
Let's begin this brief mindful moment by finding a comfortable seat. Feet flat on the floor, hands uncrossed. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now we're going to press the palms of the arms. Join the press the palms of the ground. Using shape, the color, the texture. Now, this is specific. Light is generous. Christ workouts its balance. Years.
No birthdays today.
Okay, we do not have any birthdays today, and let's open it up for announcements.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Akbar. This is Ms. Garrett, Assistant Principal. Good morning, guys. I wanted to give you a few announcements about holiday events this week. Today, we want to definitely celebrate all our mastery students. So all mastery students, remember you'll be in pizza party today during your lunchtime. So please come to the Alliance room during the lunchtime, and we will get your invitations out during first and second period today. So please bring the invitation with your name on it to the Alliance room during lunchtime. Teachers, I had a few teachers that did not fill after students that were mastery. So please make sure that you have done that for today's pizza party, a slice of success. We're still taking North Texas Food Bank donations. This is our last week, and all those donations are due on Friday at 4 p.m. Remember, we're trying to reach our goal of 1,000 pounds. You can order on Amazon, or you can bring them. You can also drop them off at the Holiday Highway. Speaking of Holiday Highway. It is happening Friday, beginning at 7 a.m. right there in the car drop-off line. We'll have coffee, donuts. Someone asked for hot chocolate, so we'll see how that goes. But lots of fun and gift cards for you and your parents on Friday morning. So we look forward to seeing you, and feel free to wear your Christmas attire on that morning. We're doing house decorations and house door. Remember, judging is on Thursday, so the last day for all the houses to have the houses decorated and the doors decorated will be on Wednesday. Candy grounds, holiday grounds for the class of 2022. Your last day to participate in that will be on Wednesday, December the 15th. And so I think that concludes all the holiday announcements. Thank you guys for a great semester, and I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you all that are mastery in today's pizza party. Bye-bye.
Good morning. Is there anyone else on the Zoom call with any announcements? Faculty members in the auditorium, Coach Rose.
Okay, good morning. Okay, so this message is from Coach Ray's and my physical education class today. Today you will be doing your basketball revision in the gyms. So do not go to the classroom. You are meeting down by the gyms you would do for your regular physical education class. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach Rose. Mr. Fernandez.
Good morning, this is Mr. Fernandez, Assistant Principal, and I have some reminders for both you brothers and teachers. Students, you know that this week, starting tomorrow, we're going to start with our ACP tests, okay? So that means that on Tuesday, we're going to start with the first two periods. We're going to do periods 1 and 2, Wednesday 3 and 4, Thursday 5 and 6, and then Friday 7 and 8. Okay, so each day you're going to be reporting to those periods. Now, those of you that have personal devices, I've already been able to talk to you. You know who you are, and you and I have been able to set up a computer in the computer lab. So that means that you're instead of staying in your class to take the ACP, you will come to the computer lab. Actually, you know who you are. Now, if you have a teacher-made test, teachers, if there's a teacher-made test that those students have to stay in your class, they will need to remain in the class testing with everyone else. Okay, so, but in the computer lab, I'm going to have the ones that are taking ACPs each day. I've already have a roster and a list of those students. So as you come, if I notice that you do have a teacher-made test, I'm going to have to send you back to your class to take that teacher-made test. Okay, and teachers, please make sure that your classes are covered, that you remove any instructional content that's displayed in the walls. The only things that you may need to stay in the walls is your motivational posters. I will be sending actually a screenshot with a little video showing you how to change your teacher role to test administrator role, especially for those of you that have not been using School City. Okay? And I believe those are all the announcements. Just boys and girls, we want you to do your best. And also, teacher, make sure your seating charts have been completed and ready for your test administrator. Teacher of record have to have completed a seating chart. I know that most of you have done so, but for those that have not, please do so, because you're going to be turning those in every day.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. Mr. Anderson.
Good morning, Mr. Anderson, Honors Physics, Honors Chemistry. I really just wanted to take a moment to recognize all of the middle school brothers who participated in our academic UIL this Saturday. We had probably a good 30 or so students that gave up their Saturday time to represent Obama, and I think that we were one of the larger schools like having enough students to compete. So I just wanted to recognize those brothers who did that for us. Thank you.
Do I have any other teacher in the auditorium? All right, I just want to. I'm sorry, I saw a hand there. Leroy? Yeah, Brother Leroy?
Good morning, brothers. I came down here to talk about the debate team, the middle school debate team. So I went to a policy middle school debate tournament this Saturday to judge, and what I found was that these schools were nothing comparable to the teams that we have here. So what I was thinking about was that I wanted actual middle school brothers to join the debate team. I know it's a little too late this semester, but next semester we're gonna start having elimination rounds. And for this, I'm gonna need more middle school brothers joining the debate team. Practices will be on Wednesday, and if you want to be in the debate team, you can talk to me right outside, right after Lazio, to join the debate team. I'll sign you up for the debate team also, and I'll make sure that you guys become good debaters because I have 4 years of experience, and you can actually trust in me to make sure that you guys are ready. And what I found was that a lot of students that have actually joined the debate team, if you're interested, have gone to Ivy League colleges. So if you think that opportunity, if you think that opportunity will be beneficial for you, I think it would be a good, idea to join the debate team. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Brother Leroy. I just have one quick announcement that I want to say. On behalf of the faculty and everyone, I don't believe in luck. I believe in hard work. So tomorrow, I'm not gonna say good luck because I know you guys are smart and you're working hard. So you're gonna do well. Put in the effort, and just if you put in the effort, your grades, you will not be disappointed. So, like I said, I don't believe in luck, so I know you guys are going to do well on your exams. So, for that, I want to turn it over to Mr. Jackson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akbar, and thank you all for your announcements. And we do have a guest speaker, and I know we switched today from a normal A day to a C day. This is a very important, which all of our speakers are, of course. This is a very important guest speaker that we have who's going to be sharing information about traveling abroad opportunities. So I will hopefully don't step on anyone's toes if we go over a little bit today in license. All right, so we can hand it on over to Mrs. Sprague, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. I was just wondering if you could enable the share so I could share my screen.
Yes, sir, we'll take care of that for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I just did it.
Okay. There we go. So good morning, everybody. My name is Nicole Sprague, and I work for CIEE, which is the Council for International Education Exchange. Thank you for letting me have your valuable time this morning. I actually visited your high school probably about 4 to 5 years ago, when we first signed the school on as a partner. And I got the chance to see how wonderful and special your school is. And from that day forward, I've been very proud and happy that our organization partners with your school to provide scholarships for summer abroad. Many students from your school over the last 4 years have actually received full scholarships to travel on our programs. I know there were a few students a couple of years ago prior to the pandemic that went to China, and we've had a little bit of a stall because of the pandemic, but nevertheless, our programs are starting again. We actually had students on programs last summer, and that is the picture you're seeing right now. Those students are on a world government program. So I know you were just talking about the debate team. Again, we have really interesting programs I'm going to share with you, but I wanted to let you know that we do have programs running this summer coming, and we have a scholarship deadline, which is January 14th. And so my goal today is to share with you how to apply, get you excited, and make sure over the holidays you take this time to actually fill out an application and apply for a scholarship. And again, these are students in Lisbon, Portugal on program, our World Government Program last summer. So all of you, if you have not traveled abroad, I would like you to think about, where would you like to go? What's a special country that you all would love the chance to visit? Or is there a language you'd like to study abroad and become more fluent in? Or travel on a World Government Program or global entrepreneurship program. So now you're going to learn about where you could go. This summer, we are in 4 continents. We are in Europe, Asia Pacific, Latin America, and Africa. All of these countries have programs to choose from. And I'm going to show you on our website where you can go to look up more information about those countries. What's a day in the life like? What will it be like for you? So our programs are academic, which I know all of you can handle, because otherwise you wouldn't be at the Leadership Academy. So it's a good mixture of academics and fun and free time as well. But this shows you kind of what a day in the life is like on a language and culture program. So here you're going to see something really interesting that's happening in Barcelona. This is on our Spanish language and culture program. Our language classes are, you're actually only in class for about 2 hours per day. The programs are really task-based and very active. So you won't be sitting in a classroom setting for the entire day. You'll only be sitting in a language learning setting for about 2 hours during the day. And in this example, students were going over different cuisines in that culture, learning how to ask and possibly read a recipe, make something, or order food in a restaurant. So that day, they actually practiced ordering in a restaurant in Spanish. And then they went to a tapas place where they ordered authentic, typical Barcelona tapas dishes. So not only were you able to practice your Spanish in the natural setting, but also tasting authentic dishes and cuisine. And then the activity for the day in the afternoon was working with a local chef on preparing one of those dishes. And then you end your day at your host family. This is a picture of a host mom that's preparing a dinner for their host student, where that host family gets to re-engage on all the things that you've learned throughout the day and also practice your Spanish with you. Last summer, we took a survey of all of our students who went on programs. These are the things that they said. I was listening to kind of your motto and your mission of what you guys really strive for at school and every week and every day. And if you look at a lot of these outcomes from what the student had, it meets a lot of those objectives that you have at the Leadership Academy. Having a immersion experience really puts you into that environment where you can become a global leader, where you can come back and bring all these global initiatives and things that you've learned back into your own community. It certainly is life-changing in the sense that you come back with confidence, putting yourself in an environment that pushes you beyond kind of your comfort zone. So you'll be actually stronger and able to come back and be a more transformative leader. So those are just things that you can see that students felt about when they came back from their programs last summer. So why CIEE? I think one of the most important things about CIEE, if you see at the bottom of that screen, we have a $5.4 million scholarship fund every summer. And we were very fortunate to win this partnership with our donor. And she works with schools just like yours across the country to provide scholarships to give you guys access to these type of programs and opportunities in the summer. So it's a very unique partnership. So I would love you all to take the opportunity to apply and get one of those scholarships. We are the largest nonprofit organization for cultural exchange. And this is a picture in Madrid, Spain, of students on our Spanish language and culture program. And obviously safety is our number one priority for all of you guys. I don't think we'd be in business if safety wasn't our priority. And we were able to send students last summer following protocols locally and for US standards, and students did remain safe. Out of the 1,200 students that traveled last summer, only 5 actually contacted COVID with light symptoms. Nobody was hospitalized. It required soft isolation and testing. So we expect and know we will be able to replicate that next summer. Here you can see students in Rome. They're on programming last summer. In many of our cities, there were mask mandates. So you can see the students out about with their masks. Everybody this year does have to be vaccinated. CIE did do a policy for vaccination, so you will have to be vaccinated to travel. We're also maintaining our Assurance Advantage program so that if we do cancel programs, you can defer or get your money back. And just so you guys know, there is a student already confirmed for summer 2022, and we have 1 student whose application's in review. So by the end of today or this weekend, I want to see students from Bomala apply and get your application numbers up so we have more students from your school. Because if you guys don't apply, then we can't hand out some of that 5.4 million to you guys, and you certainly deserve it. So I'm hoping that you guys apply. So what programs do we have? We have the 4-week-long language and culture programs. So I'm really hoping that all of you take the opportunity to apply to one language and culture program. I always tell students, look at the programs, pick your top 3, because in your application, you can put your first and second alternative. So we have programs in French and Spanish. So you just need 1 year of the language. So you've taken 1 year of Spanish or French, you can apply to the Spanish and French programs. We also offer German, Italian, Arabic, and Japanese. No Chinese this summer, unfortunately. We canceled that program. But you don't need a background in these languages. So if you've always wanted to learn Arabic, you get to go to Morocco and learn about Arabic without having any formal background. Same with Japanese, same with Italian and German. So you actually don't need to have, you can be a true beginner and apply to these programs. The other great thing about our programs is that they come with 4 college credits from Tulane University. So this is a great opportunity, juniors, if you're listening, to kind of edge up on your college credits. The transcript is for $150. And I looked up on Tulane's website, 1 college credit, 1 course at Tulane is actually $8,000. So this is a wonderful way to get 4 college credits already before you graduate. This is a student on programming on our Japanese language and culture program in Kyoto. And like I said, all of our language and culture programs come with host family stays. We do pair you up with another male high school student from somewhere across the country. A lot of the schools we work with schools in New York City, LA, New England, Chicago. So there's likely a chance that you'll be paired with another male student from one of those high schools. And also we have thematic programs. Like I talked about, we have world government. This student actually is on the Aquatic Ecosystem Environmental Studies program in Portugal. Yes, we actually give surfing lessons. Surfing's really big in Lisbon. So if you know anything about Portugal, it has some of the most renowned world surfing competitions because they have the largest waves. And so not only do you get to learn about the fragile ecosystems in Portugal and how they maintain them, but you actually get to do some fun, like I said, some cultural activities. This one happens to be learning how to surf on a couple afternoons. But we have a lot of other environmental science programs, international relations we have leadership, global entrepreneurship, and we also have arts programs. So please take a look at those programs as well. These programs, you'll be studying that content area over the 3 weeks, and that will be a combination of studying and writing a project with a partner, but also doing fun local stuff that's related to that culture and that country. Those programs also come with service. So I would imagine at your school, you have a service requirement before graduating. So these programs do come with a CIEE certificate from anywhere from 12 hours of service up to 50 hours of service. So if you get accepted on one of these programs, you can go back to your guidance counselor, show them that you've been accepted, and we can give the syllabus to your guidance counselor. Possibly that will check that box for you before graduation. Who qualifies for the scholarship? So all of you, when you apply, you should be checking off yes, applying for a scholarship. And the type of scholarship you want to apply for is this merit and need. Whoops, sorry, I was going to draw on it was allowing me to highlight. You will apply for this merit and need scholarship. So I'm going to make a mess of the slide. That's the type of scholarship you need to check off for. So to qualify, it's U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors do qualify for these scholarships. So please, like I said, take the opportunity to apply and see what you get. How do you apply for these and what's in the application? There are some short essay questions. Again, these are 3 to 4 sentences, nothing long. Make sure you have your teachers or any of your guidance counselors review them before you submit them. You have to upload a transcript, so that could either be this marking period or last year's grades. A teacher recommendation, make sure you get one of your teachers that knows you well, get their email address and put that in the task. Your parents will need to sign off, and they'll also need to upload a 1040 or a recent tax return so that we can actually provide you with the largest scholarship possible that you qualify for. Here's a group of students last summer in Rabat, Morocco. They're on the Leadership Through Outdoor Education program. As you can see, their masks are off. This is towards the end of their programming. We do several rounds of testing, and we make sure that all students at that point are tested negative so that you can have the opportunity to be on program without your mask. But again, this is a beautiful program. And I would imagine many of you have never been to Northern Africa, so this would be a wonderful way to get that experience. So what do you need to plan for? So even with getting a full scholarship, which pays for your tuition, you do have to fundraise for your airfare and a passport. But I know some of the contacts at your schools, Barack Obama Leadership Academy does have additional funds and things set aside for you guys to access. So if you get accepted to the program and you get a scholarship and you need supplemental support for your passport or your airfare, I believe you can go see Miss Williams and some other contacts in your school. They'll be able to tell you after this presentation how to locate that. But again, you guys should take the opportunity to first apply and see what you get. We've actually passed the December 1st deadline, so this actually no longer applies. We don't have that promotion running. And again, these are French language and culture students in Toulouse, France last summer. How to start an application? If you guys have access to your phone, you can scan this code. But again, you will be able to go on our Summer Abroad page on CIEE and go on to that page and open up an application. But if you do have a QR code scanner handy, you can scan this and start an application today if you'd like. One thing I'll let your school contact know that if you guys do apply, I am able to waive the $25 application fee. So anybody that opens up an app that you're planning on applying, I will make sure to waive that fee for you guys so that you don't have that obstacle. So the application is free to apply. And I feel very fortunate to have had this time with you guys. I know you've got a lot of things to do the first of the week, but I will take any questions that anybody has.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Mr. Akbar, Middle School Social Studies. One of the brothers was asking about like the eligibility. I know you said freshmen, but with that, do they have to be current freshmen, or like can the 8th graders who, you know, by the summer, they're going to be going into the freshman year, are they able to apply, or is it just like the current freshmen, sophomores, and juniors? I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you, great question. It's just freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So you 8th graders, the summer after your freshman year, you'll be able to apply.
Thank you. And remember, the airfare brothers, I know, and thank you, Ms. Gregg, for coming to us today with this important stuff. We can, Friends is our, she mentored our foundation, so Friends can help you with the airfare. So juniors, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, I encourage you guys to apply and don't let, the finance part of it, like, deter you. Are there any other questions from the teachers on the Zoom call from Ms. Sprague? Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Okay, that being said, we're gonna go straight to first period. So teachers, please, you're dismissed to your classes. And the teachers on the Zoom call, I guess I can end it right now.